I would like to welcome our students today, Kanetta and I. This is Donnell. We did an interview with our students, and they're going to introduce themselves.
I'm Chad Hedrick. I am a senior here at Morehead State University.
I'm Leanne Zaproni. I'm a senior here at Morehead State.
I'm Jacob Miller, and I'm a sophomore here at Morehead State.
So welcome, Kanetta.
All right. So we're going to start off with some questions. So what is your understanding of the budget cuts that are happening here at Morehead?
Oh, I guess I'll go first. From my understanding, Governor Bevin is trying to balance out the pension debts and things, and trying to figure out where to cut things. And higher education is seeing the biggest of the cuts, and with that, and unfortunately, and now there's a $40 million cuts coming down, I think it's now just 4.5%, but still it's affecting all kinds of departments, and nobody really kind of has an idea of what's actually happening.
It's just kind of still up in the air from what I understand. Like, it's just after he made that announcement and going back and forth with the legislature of the state, as far as it affects us, like, we don't really have like a definite answer.
Yeah, no one's really
for right now.
I just know that it's the outcome-based funding. It's like the more people that graduate from like your degree, I think it is, like it's the more money you're getting is what I've heard. But I don't know exactly like who's getting cut first or what's getting cut from what program or how it's exactly going to work out.
Okay, good. Thank you. Second question. In your opinion, what is more important, funding the arts or athletics?
Being a student athlete myself, like I think I can be like somewhat on the fence about it since I'm in like an arts program. I think athletics like deserves a chunk of money for what they do, but I think that the money to athletics is not spread out fairly between this like sports teams, and it's given to like one or two teams, and they don't need all of that money themselves. And like other sports teams that do just as well, if not better, don't get a lot of the money, and then of course we get nothing in our school.
I don't know why it has to come down to like arts or athletics. Like, I know that's just like the reality of the world that we're in, is that for some reason the arts always just get the short end of the stick, and athletics is always like pushed, but I don't know why like it's funding like arts or athletics or this or this. Like,
and I know they say like basketball and football get more funding because they make more money through like ticket sales and concessions, but we're Morehead State, they don't make that much money.
No, they're not. And for example, when we were in the CBI tournament, paying $40,000 that just proves to me that yes, I agree, arts and athletics are both really important to any institution, but
do we need to
spend that? I mean, granted, I know we wanted to be able to participate in this tournament, and I think it was great to have a game played here at home, but we didn't need to spend $40,000, especially when we are in a time of crisis when we don't know where our money is.
Well, and we do have those highlighted like athletic departments and teams and everything, but we also, for the arts aspect, we have the Kentucky Center for Traditional Music that also brings in like unique aspects for the region. So I think that like all of these things need to be considered when talking about the budget.
As a student athlete, I have a follow-up question for you. Do you feel like reducing the athletic budget but not putting in like, I guess, exorbitant cuts to it, do you feel like that would hinder your participation in your given sport, or do you think that would be a good solution to kind of trim some of the cost of the budget?
Probably not a good athlete to ask for that, because my sport was one of the sports that athletics was like, nope, you get no money. So we kind of pay for everything ourselves, unlike other teams that get everything paid for them. So I was a cheerleader, and
Which is interesting, despite the success of the
cheerleader, like the most successful cheerleading program. But we are considered athletes, but we don't get the athlete benefits.
Okay.
So unfortunately, probably not a good one for that question.
Fair enough. Okay, so our third question: do you think tenure status should be a big consideration when making faculty cuts?
I think that if you're tenured, congratulations. But if you are not, if you don't perform well, if you're getting poor student evaluations, you should be on the chopping block just as much as somebody who isn't tenured but is getting great reviews from students. I think that I kind of think it's a cop out in a way for me. I think if you are tenured, then you should be performing as a tenured professor, and if you're not, see you later, bye.
Yeah, I've had some great tenure professors, and I've had some that I don't think should ever be professors. So, and in high school we had the same issue with budget cuts. One of our greatest Spanish teachers was cut because she was 1 year away from tenure, but a lot of people stopped taking like that class because they didn't want to take it with a teacher that wasn't as great.
I mean, I like how Chad brings up like the point of student evaluations, because like when it comes to tenured faculty, like if they're not performing well and we're obviously displeased in that course, like our evaluations of the professor don't even matter, I guess.
Yeah.
When it comes to stuff like this, because
I would like to
They
know how
can't.
much they actually make a difference.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, good.